out here.
This is Karina Kaboom.
What's wrong with Karina Kaboom? She's a nice lady.
Hello, my favorite girly pops. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last. We are talking about Amberlynn calling Beck a liar on her Instagram story. That's right. For the low introductory price sale of no Kermits, we're even interested in Amber's Instagram story. Yes. Disrespectful behavior, aka disrespectful behavior from Amberlynn. Haven't you done enough, Ambi? Can I call you Pookie? Yes, my favorite YouTuber in the whole wide world did an Instagram story all about Beck. We're going to talk about it. I will link Beck's channel down below. Go and check out Beck's channel, subscribe, go watch their videos. All right. Second part of this video is about Amber's TikTok that she posted, that now she's disabled all the comments on her TikTok and Instagram. It's that time again when things are going very outrageously. So very not a good choice of a TikTok that she posted. We're going to talk about that. And her latest video about how this woman ran into a Denny's at 3 a.m. and told everybody that Amberlynn smelled good. I wish that I was making that up and that was not the story, that it was not a story that Amber told on her channel. Also, she's talking about her breakup. No one cares. All right. We're going to get into all the drama, but have you ever seen a Kermit and thought, I need to buy one? Well, now you can in my game show host voice. This is my affiliate link to purchase a Kermit. If you do so and you want to buy one, let me know when he ships so I could be excited for you. The Kermits that live with me are very much so interested in tea. All right, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only, not meant to be taken seriously. I'm sharing my own opinions, not facts, on publicly accessible information first made public by public figures. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only.
Oh, hello. It is time for some dedicated Instagram connection. So if you have any questions or topics that you want me to talk about, let me know. So I have not been with them in almost 5 years. I am a completely different person than I was then. And I'm sure Beck is also a different person than they were then. Nothing was perfect. And I'm going to let you know that some of the things that Beck has said has been true. And some of the things have been flat out lies. No matter what I say, if I defend myself or not, people will choose to believe Beck. That is the way my whole YouTube career has gone. It's not going to be any different now. So I would rather people believe every single thing that they said just to protect my mental health from having to defend myself to a bunch of people who already have their opinion made up. Would rather come clean about the stuff that's true than like sit there and like defend myself over the stuff that isn't true. I just realized that. Like, I would rather be like, yeah, like I'm going to take full accountability. Though that did happen. Those things did happen. But the stuff that I have to defend myself on, girl, I'd rather.
And no one cares. Okay, so to answer the last thing that she just said, you have not come clean about the things that are true. Why didn't you admit in your members only live stream or anywhere that you, my dear, had a room, okay, you had a room when Destiny left you. You had a special room in your apartment when Beck first met you, because that's what they said, where your animals went to the bathroom. And I don't mean that they went to the bathroom in, like the litter box. I mean that it was on a bed, it was on the floor, and you didn't clean the litter box. Here's something you can come clean about, right? But did you? No. You decided to manipulate the narrative, manipulate what Beck was saying, and go ahead and talk about how when you lived with Beck, you could no longer clean your litter box and Beck took care of the animals. Yeah, we know that at this point, it's obvious. But you also lied about it in the past, by the way, and said that you did everything. But why should that stop us? Here's my point. She has not come clean about anything. She's very, very specific with language and manipulates stories and language all the time. And by the way, the majority of the people that have dated her, Destiny, Beck, I'm sure more people will come out. I believe Casey did also say this, I think. Amber manipulates each situation she's in. So when she tells you right now, I'd rather come clean about the things that I did do than what I didn't do. But you haven't done that. Now, as far as what she said about Beck, okay? So basically, we talked a lot about this yesterday when I gave my thoughts on Amber's member stream. Amber keeps saying that she is not the same person that she was when she was dating Beck. If that were true, Amberlynn, I'm going to keep showing this, would not have made the following statements about Beck just this year, making superficial statements about things that Amber doesn't want other people to talk about. Amber always cries when you talk about this about her, right? Okay. Making statements about Beck's mother, making statements about Beck being the worst date of her life, and making statements that Beck is lying. So, Amber, if you are a different person, you claim that you are a totally different person nowadays, right? Than you were with Beck. I wish I could believe you, but I can't because I've seen what you've done to Beck in the last few years. Threatening to sue Beck, okay? Talking negatively about Beck, bringing Beck up over and over and over again after you were asked not to, right? This year. So, had Amberlynn truly changed, and Amber saying in this Instagram story, right, I'm not the person that I was back then why have you been trash talking Beck this entire time? Now, as far as her typical statement, everybody's lying. Some things Beck said is true, some things Beck is saying is not true. The story's not going to change. Amberlynn, a person that has a very well documented history of lying on YouTube, is saying that all of her exes are lying. Casey is lying. That's what she said about Casey's interview with Mr. Snowflake. Destiny is lying. That's what she said about Destiny when Destiny came out and exposed her. Now Beck is lying about certain things. So far, I have not heard one thing from Amberlynn that is a legitimate, genuine statement where she's like, I can prove that Beck is lying. Beck is lying about this. Beck is not lying about anything. Beck is saying it as it was. And I've said this before yesterday, and I'm going to say it again. Beck had ample opportunity, in my opinion, to actually expose super, super, way more embarrassing things about Amber than they chose to. As I said before, when I spoke to Beck, Beck told me, and their fiance told me, we're not going to talk about embarrassing, inappropriate stuff, and we never did because they didn't want to. Okay? So, Amber, if you keep, this is just my opinion, it's not a fact. If I put myself in Beck's shoes, and if I was Beck and Amber kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me and saying that I was lying and saying that I was lying, I would 100% reveal actual stuff that she lied about. That my opinion here is just a regular person. I really do think that there's much more to tell. And I think that Amber continuously trying to brand Beck as a liar on the internet, like she tried to brand Casey as a liar, that she tried to brand Destiny as a liar on the internet. This is not just in the poorest of taste, but it really speaks volumes. What did Beck lie about? Because Amber said in her members only live that Beck lied about like Amber's mobility. Beck lied about Amber's, like her health status, these things. So it's like Beck lived that life with you. They're not lying. The bottom line here is this.
Amberlynn did not shower.
What Amber tries to do is to not just deflect and draw attention to other things like her breakup or always to draw the audience's attention from somewhere else. But for her to go on Instagram publicly and say Beck is a liar, listen to what I'm about to tell you. She went on Instagram. That was a public Instagram. Everybody could see it, right? She said Beck is a liar. And at the same time go on a members only stream where it's behind a paywall and say that she is very remorseful, that she's very apologetic, and she's really sorry to Beck. One of those things has to be a lie. No, Amberlynn, Pookie, can I call you Ambi? Both things cannot be true at the same time. Beck is what? Okay, let me put it to you in the simplest terms possible. Why would you be sorry to someone who's lying about you? Oh, that's right. There's your proof. Beck is not lying about you. Also, I want to emphasize this because I don't know if I really emphasized this yesterday. On her members only stream that I watched, Amber said that Beck is doing all of this for the money. And she literally, I'm paraphrasing, but she said something like, oh, well, I'm really sorry that like 6 or 7 years later, you have to come out and do this to me for the money. Honestly, I hope Beck makes the most amount of money possible exposing you because Beck is not lying. And I could understand the following. I could understand if Amber came out and said, look, I'm really embarrassed by the things that Beck is sharing. I wish they didn't share it. But yeah, it's all true. Maybe I could have acted differently in those situations. But no, you needed to come out and say that Beck is a liar. So you are the person that has the documented history of deceiving your audience. Here's an example from right now. I'm not even going to use all the examples from the past. Amber always says this was 17, 20 years ago. Amber, why did you lie for 6 months telling us that Tommy didn't have the preferences that she did? And Tommy recently admitted that you've always known her preferences. Why did you lie? Tommy has admitted who she is. Okay. Why did you lie? So, Amber, you've even lied about this partnership that you were just currently in, but now it's gone from you because she dumped you. So, at the end of the day, I don't think that Beck is lying about anything. Amber has not provided 1 ounce of proof that Beck lied about anything. And when Amber did try to defend herself in this point is people are going to believe Beck over me, and that's how it's been over my entire YouTube career. Okay, I am here to tell you that I can say this now with very much so sureness, okay? Like, I'm sure of what I'm saying right now. I've been on YouTube for a while, and I will say one thing. There's always a group of people that are ready to take down any YouTuber that they don't like. Always, always, always. This is not just for Amber, it's for all of us, it's for everybody. But when the majority of people know your character and understand how you are as a person, and they've had lots of situations where they've watched your videos, they've seen your integrity, they've seen your character. You don't need to tell them that. I promise you that a large group of people would understand that some things that are being said about a YouTuber are lies, and they know when to believe that YouTuber. They understand when it's just basic criticism versus when they know when to believe that person. Why am I bringing this up? In order to say that when your audience has watched you for a while, for years and years and years, they know the type of character that you have and your integrity. And when somebody tries to make something up about you, and that's happened to lots of YouTubers in the past, not just to Amber, right? In her case, no one is trying to make things up about her. In general, your audience will know when to believe you and when people are being ridiculous. In your case, Amber, since we are just having like what you have to say to go on this, you're telling us that people never believe you. That speaks volumes. It's probably because you've made lots of videos, Amber, saying that you're a liar, and we've caught you in so many lies. Character is something that is easy to see once a person tells you who they are. Just believe them. I believe you, Amber. People don't believe you because you lie all the time. And the way that you've disrespected Beck, how you gave a fake apology on live stream that is behind a paywall that most people cannot see versus what you did publicly. What she did publicly on Instagram, what everybody could see, is just call Beck a liar. Beck's not a liar. Sorry. I don't believe that. All right. So Amberlynn posted, you should not have posted this TikTok, a TikTok that did not land well. So basically, here's what it is. She posted herself dancing like Taylor Swift at the Grammys. No one cares about that. I encourage her in general to dance more and to have fun more on TikTok. I'm always for that. But this TikTok is not appropriate. Let me explain what's been going on. If you go to her Instagram right now, she's disabled all the comments on her Instagram. And if you go to her TikTok, she has disabled all of the comments on all of her TikToks. She forgot to disable the ones that are like the pinned TikToks, but the majority of her TikToks, there's no comments on it. Now, you're probably wondering, why? If you know anything about TikTok, she has a hug box on TikTok. Most people don't know who she is on TikTok. They have not seen all the videos. They don't know what she's done in the past. And currently, they have no idea what she's doing. So they leave her mainly positive comments, and she's enabled her comments there for a long time. It used to be disabled in the beginning, but then she got all the support on TikTok because, again, they don't know her. So she always had the comments on. She went ahead and she disabled all the comments on her Instagram and on her TikTok. Oh, and by the way, she's also deleted all the pictures of Tommy, finally, off of her Instagram. I think she wanted to give Tommy some time to come back. Obviously, she's not coming back. Okay. You're probably wondering, why would she even delete all the comments and disable all the comments on TikTok when that's the place that she gets the most of her support? Here's why. I think it's a combination of Beck exposing certain terrible things about Amberlynn, like Amber had a whole room when she was living by herself before she met Beck, where she had animal waste on the bed, animal waste on the floor, and did not clean the litter box, and just all the other terrible things that's no way for animals to live, Amber. That's animal mistreatment, okay? But not just Beck exposing that and Beck exposing a lot of other things. It's a combination, in my opinion, of why Amber disabled all her comments on Insta and TikTok, of that and what I'm about to talk about. So this TikTok is very, very, very bad idea for Amber. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in this TikTok, Amberlynn dances to a song. by Kendrick Lamar. And the song is about, like, the lyrics are about the same topic that, okay, it's the same topic where, remember, Amberlynn was recently caught following a certain type of account on Instagram? And the same topic as that account was talking about, this song is about that too. It's not the best topic in the world. It's like, it's not, okay? So, you know how people are saying that Amberlynn is interested in a certain topic that is like not good, and she supports people like that? In the older days, Amberlynn posted an Ask FM answer supporting people like that, like what this song is about and the account that she was following. So then she went and she deleted all of her videos with Libby because there was a lot of not appropriate stuff in there. It's all about one topic. Do I believe that Amberlynn, this is my opinion, do I believe that Amberlynn is like this? I honestly don't know, but I do believe that she supports people like this. And that's why she's dancing to a song that talks about that. Why would you dance to this song out of any song you can dance to? Here's the thing. Amber is always saying that she's not like that. She's not interested in people that are like that. And it's like the worst possible thing you could think of. So, okay, even if you do give her the benefit of the doubt, which I'm not, I want to be clear, I'm not giving her the benefit of the doubt. Just look at what the evidence has been presented to you. She did all these inappropriate bad videos. She deleted them. Okay, she's going to say she was young. It wasn't like that, whatever, which is wrong. Beck recently talked about how, like, similar topics to this as well, saying that Amberlynn was interested in Billie Eilish a long time ago, like a really, really long time ago. Okay. And now you see that she was caught following a similar account that discusses these topics. She's already said that she supports people like that in the past. And now she's dancing to a song that talks about the same topic. You know what? If she walks like that and she talks like that, then that's who she is. I believe that she supports this, and I believe she's always been interested in this. And the bottom line is this: no one else on the internet is constantly caught following accounts that discuss this topic, is constantly. She picked this song on purpose. She knows what that song is about. She knows what he's trying to talk about, and she's still dancing to it because it's who she is. She really does feel that way. She is exactly who she presents herself to be, following an account that talks about this, dancing like this to a song that discusses it, posting those videos with Libby. If you weren't guilty, you wouldn't have deleted it. She has disabled all the comments because people are calling her out. That's why she disabled all the comments, because people are calling her out. I wanted to talk about her latest vlog, the vlog where my girlfriend breaks up with me and I start spiraling. Yeah. You know, as somebody that's been watching her actual members only live streams, she's not bothered. I don't care what she tells you here. She's not bothered. I think that she saw this coming. I think personally, if you're interested in my opinion, she definitely 150% had a very bad time in Wisconsin. Saw in Wisconsin when she was living with Tommy that that relationship was going nowhere, that she was miserable. You saw it. You don't even need to believe me. She was crying all the time. She was miserable. It was not good living with your girlfriend. I think she saw this coming. And I think that she probably didn't think that Tommy was going to break up with her permanently or, say anything on the internet. So, she's not upset. I don't care what she says to you. I've been looking at her. I've been seeing her, like, I've been looking at her members only live streams. A lot of you haven't been. I promise you that she is super happy. And no, she's not pretending there, okay? Just like she could never hide anything. My opinion, I'm telling you, I have a feeling she's talking to a few people, okay? Already. Don't worry about it. Now, I think it's crazy. I think it's absolutely disingenuous to make an entire video, and I think there's another one coming. 2 videos where she breaks up where she breaks up with her girlfriend and posts vlogs like that when this is very old. This is like almost 3 weeks old now. And you were broken up with. Everybody knows it. All of us made videos on it. You're making 2 videos on it to capitalize on it. She would say it's my breakup. I don't care if you do a whole novel on it. The idea is, what I'm trying to say here is that she talked about it live. It happened live. It's an old story. She's always trying to get like squeeze all the droplets out of any drama that happens to her to monetize. And it's not that I think that it's wrong for her to do that. I understand she needs to make money. I would never come for her for making money. The idea here is that it's not genuine. Amber, you don't need to do 2 to 3 different breakup videos, because she talked about this. Where am I getting this from? She talked about this on her, members only stream, where it's like a few videos. Like, come on, Amber, okay? It was live. You already capitalized on it. She did a live stream on it. So now she has to do various old, like, I'm sorry. I've said this many, many times before. Take this from a drama channel or don't, whatever. Pre-recording wild drama is very hard to do and doesn't have the same effect. The whole point of dramatic situations, and quite frankly capitalizing on them, is that they're happening in real time, not she pre-records old breakups. Like, Amber, it doesn't have the same effect as you think it does, and you already made money on it. So this is just typical you. All right, I want to talk about the funnest part first of her video, because these type of things, I always wonder, Amber, do you know how to read the room? This is about a person running up to her saying how good she smells. Listen, I'm going to say this, all right? Amber, even if these things do happen to you, let's just give her the benefit of the doubt from the beginning. We'll take it away from her in a minute, but just wait. Let's just pretend that these things are happening. Massive people are running up to you and making passes at you. Massive people are running up to you, taking pictures. Not a single person has posted the photo with you. Massive people are running up to you, telling you how amazing you smell. Let's just say that this really happened on this planet. Amber, do you know how to read the room? Reading the room means understanding. I'm reminded of a sonnet by Amberlynn Hans Christian Andersen. It's understanding what the audience is expecting and how they feel about a situation. In this case, Amberlynn has told everybody that she didn't shower for a year. She constantly tells people that she doesn't wash her hair. It wasn't just the 2 months one time where she made a video putting the towel on the head as if she had washed it then, right? And it's not just that. She's recently told you that she didn't wash her hair for a week. And here's the thing, I am not judging her hygiene at all. If she never showered again, I'd be fine with it, because I don't care. It's fine. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not going to judge you on it. But the audacity to create these lies and think that people will believe them. She basically tells a story, right? And that's why I say read the room. Even if the story is true, you understand that the audience has been conditioned by you, not by anybody else, by you, to understand that your hygiene, and it is obvious. Okay, it is obvious. You could say whatever you want. These are things, I just want you to understand something. All right, I was on camera for years. These are like, I have never, not once, out of all the comments that I have heard about myself, ever heard anyone say, you know what, it looks like somebody didn't shower. You know why? Because that wasn't the case. Despite what Amberlynn believes, it is super, super noticeable, these type of things. And the audience is a lot more intelligent, always, anyone's audience, than really and truly anyone believes. And if that didn't happen to me, and I have to tell you something, I don't know anyone else it's happening to. This used to start happening to Amber way before. Amber, I know you don't watch my videos, but this is a little message to Amber, girl to girl, okay? What we're talking about is a noticeable thing. And I know that Amber believes that no one would ever know if she did shower or not. But hygiene is noticeable. And I just want you to understand that, Ambi, can I call you Pookie? Girl to girl. If none of your friends ever told you, if your mom never told you, I'm telling you, this is a situation that is noticeable, okay, on everybody. I'm sure if I didn't take care of my hygiene when I was on camera, people would say that, but they didn't because it's noticeable. Okay. So she tells the story without reading the room, without understanding that her audience won't believe her, of she's at Denny's at 3 a.m. She clarified on her members only live stream that she was with Tommy at Denny's at 3 a.m. And a man with a cane came up to her and said to her, "Are you a YouTuber?" And then he went to some girl, and him and the girl were talking about Amber, and Amber supposedly heard how the girl went up to that man and said, "She smells really, really good."
Amberlynn did not.
Now, before we get to the obvious lie here, I just wanted to say, why did you need to tell us that the person, that man, had a cane? Why did you need to tell us this? If you know anything about liars and manipulators, if you know anything about that, you will know that people that are trying to deceive you, listen to what I'm going to tell you, don't believe their own story. They know they're lying. So what they do is they add irrelevant details. They add more details than necessary to convince themselves and you. It is totally irrelevant whether the man had a cane or not. Why would you even mention that? That's like me saying, well, a man came up to me and he was wearing a green shirt. Well, what does it matter that he had a cane? What does it matter what shirt color he had on? The idea is, she is the classic, most rudimentary case that I have ever seen in my whole life of somebody who is trying to deceive you. I do not believe for a minute, for a second, that this woman came up to that man and told him how good you smell, mainly because this never happened, and we can tell this never happened, and here's how. And I want to be clear, when I make these videos, I always want to say that I believe that I guess now I have to say this. I believe she can use perfume like everybody else and smell nice. I believe that she can and does sometimes shower. And I also believe that she definitely can attract men, women. Obviously, she's had a bunch of partners. And I believe that she definitely can get a hit on outside when she's out. This is not about me not believing these things can happen to her. I've always said this. I will always say this. I do believe her once in a while. But obviously, I think it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyways. My opinion here, and I'm 100. It's so obvious. I'm sure that she made that story up. Not about the guy asking her if she's a YouTuber. Maybe he did. The woman running up to the man and saying that Amber smelled good is a blatant lie. Amber will never get rid of the obvious of what she told her audience, what her ex-partners told her audience. Destiny said it. There was a DM that was released from Casey where Amber said that she didn't shower for a very long time living with Casey. Destiny said Amber didn't shower living with her. The point is, Amber wants everybody to think that she smells good. And she's literally creating stories to pacify that, to justify that. She's only telling people that a woman told another guy that this woman smelled good because she wants people to believe that she does. Honestly, Amber, if you didn't do the terrible things that you did to all your partners, I would feel bad for you. But here's some advice which she won't take. Amber, this is coming from somebody who has done YouTube for as long as you. It absolutely doesn't matter what people think. She did say a part of this. She said that, she's never going to convince people. So, she may be saying that, but she doesn't genuinely believe it. She wants to convince people that she smells good. Amber, honey, even if you smelled good at that moment, it doesn't change your general history, and it doesn't change the past, and clearly doesn't change the future. Like I said, of all the things that people have ever said about me, no one has ever made remarks like that, because these type of things are noticeable. I'm going to put it to you very clear. I think that she believes I really do. I think that she believes that people can't tell if somebody took a shower or not, and they can. They don't have to be in the room with you. These things are noticeable, Amber. I'm telling you, they are, okay? Her and Tommy were at Denny's at 3 a.m. And then she told us how they wouldn't make her any of the foods that she wanted, that she was telling them what she wanted. This story really happened. I wouldn't make it up. I was with someone else. Whenever, this is the best part. You know what? I would never make up these stories about like people telling me that they smelled good and all this other stuff, that I smelled good or whatever, because they're happening in front of somebody. They never happen to me when I'm out alone. When are you out alone? I just wanted to say that this is, you know how you know, like if you really want to know, like all the ways this could be a lie, she's never out alone. Getting your mail, going to the mail room. I don't even believe at this point that she walks Twinkie. I don't care what anybody says. At this point, after hearing that you had a room where Twinkie went to the bathroom and your cats went to the bathroom when you were living alone before you met Beck from Beck, I just, at this point, I don't believe anything you have to say at this point. But anyways, the point of the story is, when are you alone? You are always with other people because you need them to take you places. So you're never alone. So she, again, talked about the story on her members only live stream and said, hey, I want everybody to know that, it's true. I don't believe you. And by the way, even if you look through the story, right? Like, why would a woman tell a man that another woman smelled good? Why was that so important in that moment? Has that probably happened on planet Earth? Will somebody come here and say, I passed? I'm sure this is about to happen. Somebody's going to come here. They're going to say in the comments, I smell this woman. She smelled so nice. I told my friend she smelled nice. Last thing I want to say about her video is this, okay? So she says that she's not going to do her food challenge, whatever it is, whatever she's doing now. I don't care. Don't judge her. I'm not interested. And she stops doing it because she gets broken up with in the middle. Okay, fine. But then she's like, I'm going to put what I already filmed like into this video still, even though I'm not doing the food challenge after the breakup clips. And this is beyond disingenuous. If you want to know that she don't have no money for her taxes, that's it. She's trying to pad her video with stuff that she already admits, hey, I'm not going to do this video. I'm not going to do this diet food challenge. Fine. But she still puts it in the video after the whole breakup thing because she filmed it. She's desperate for money. I think this whole ruse about her doing members only and live streams and all this other stuff is because she just doesn't have the money for taxes. By the way, one more point, haven't mentioned this, need to mention this now. Recently, in one of her videos, she mentioned out of the blue that she has to do her taxes. People talk about what they think about. I promise you, if you get nothing from this video, people talk about what they think about. She stopped talking about doing her taxes once I started calling her out on the things that I thought that she did. And all of a sudden she mentioned that, yeah, she's scared that she doesn't have the full money for the taxes. That's why she's padding her videos. How not genuine is it to have a breakup video, stop a diet challenge? That's fine, okay? And then be like, but I'm still gonna put the diet challenge in here because, I already filmed it. No, that's not okay. What can I tell you? Our girl is so quirky. All right, thank you all so very much for watching today. I appreciate you being here. Let me know what you think about this video in the dislikes and comments down below. Here's a video that's popping up that's similar to the one that you just saw. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye.